Gmod. Man, this game takes me back. I used to literally sprint home every day to play this, like 11 years ago now. But I really haven't touched it since. What we're gonna do here...
Dude, real OGs know about, like, Family Guy Death Run in Gary's mod. Now that was a game.
Here is go over some forgotten, weird, and abandoned servers, as well as ones I have fond memories of from back in the day. We all know the classics: Dark RP, Sandbox, Prop Hunt, but how many...
I greatly appreciate your affinity for fat hoes as a rare woman in chat who also loves fat whores.
Thank you, lesbian, with a chainsaw for the 10. Architect Bros Rise Up. Thank you, Delabero, for the 5. Watch Nerd Cubed versus Capitalism and learn how the MF makes money. Is that a recent video?
Hello procrastinators and welcome to one of the last channels on YouTube still willing to say the word fuck without bleeping it out, which...
Is this just a Patreon? Are you getting me to...
and access to...
Why are you getting me to watch a Patreon shill?
How many of you have ever looked down here? What kind of a sicko would play Family Guy Dark RP?
Today, that all you see is violence and movies and sex on TV.
Is Dark RP and Gmod and a little TTT. Lucky for me, there's a Family Guy roleplay.
Dude, I love TTT, man. It was so good.
Was debating even doing this video, but once I saw Family Guy Dark RP in the server browser, I instantly knew this was going to get made.
Thank you, Shanty, for the Prime.
You can thank Family Guy for this video. Shoutouts to Family Guy. Hey Lois, this is like the time I was in Gmod. The server here was seemingly dead, but the Family Guy fanatics behind the scenes have kept us going strong. For 8
that time I was in Gary's mod, Lois?
Some respectable dedication. Of course, the first thing I had to do when getting into this.
It's so weird how Gmod looks, like the source engine, because it looks really cozy, but it also looks terrifying at the same time. It's got like the two perfect spectrums.
Was select a Family Guy. They had the entire catalog of classic PS2 models on here, which I would know as I do hold the world record in the Joe percent speedrun. You've got Peter, Lois.
There was also a Family Guy video game, and that was actually pretty cracked, I'll be honest. That was actually a fun game.
Stewie, BTDG, Cleveland.
Your Insta story looks like a crackhead woman. No, I know, I look like a tomato.
Brown, and some disgusting, vile...
That looks like Gromit. That doesn't even look like Brian.
Vile, abhorrent.
Wallace. Oh, it's meant to be Wallace Griffin. That's actually kind of genius, though.
Wallace and Gromit crossovers. Oh! Big Stew! I had to go with the classic and selected good old Pete. This is terrifying.
Hi, mate. Why can't you turn around?
Heading out into the wide world of Rhode Island. It should be pretty obvious that the map here is not Family Guy themed in the slightest. I think this is just some random Dark RP map. They couldn't even be bothered to like throw up some Family Guy PNGs or anything. I ended up making my way down into the Quahog Underground by way of a Dark Souls elevator. Remember this from Family Guy. From here I found the secret fight club. Got a lot of good memories in there. And then I finally resurfaced and merged myself with Ned Flanders. I got real deep inside him. It was almost time for the Family Guy purge where all crime is legal, so I bought an $8,000 firework.
But there's no one to purge.
Started up. I went to check my inventory using I, but forgot that like a decade ago I set that to be a kill bind. Oh shit! Peter
there's no one to kill during a purge. No one's on the server.
The server actually includes...
Oh my god, was that a H3 vape? Oh my god, do you remember Vape? Wait, when did Vape Nation come out? Don't tell me I'm that old, man. Don't say it's like 10 years ago. 8 years ago! Oh my god. What have I done in those 8 years?
From Family Guy. I got Brian.
That is a Serious Sam flamethrower, by the way. I remember that flamethrower from Serious Sam. God, Serious Sam is such a cracked game, man. It's so good. That was one of the games that I grew up on. I remember my dad took me to a store to buy like a video game. And he was like, which one do you want? And I was like, oh, can I get a Serious Sam? And I was like, oh, but could I get Serious Sam 2? And then he was like, no, you can only get one or the other. And then I begged him and I got both. That's like when we had no money as well. Like we weren't like we weren't poor, but, you know, we weren't like homeless or anything. But I remember like the only way I actually managed to get an Xbox as a kid, an Xbox 360, is because my granddad gave money to my family. So shout outs to my granddad. Also rest in peace. You left that horrible statue of depravity in your parents' house as a memory. Hey, look, if they ever want me back home, they can look at that and be like, nah, we're good. We're actually good. Thank you, Actov, for the 11 months.
Gmod Tower. The name might ring a bell even if you've never played this, because it was just that big. I say that from experience, as while I played Gmod a ton during the peak of this around 2014, I never actually tried it out, not even once. Created in 2009, Gmod Tower was a mode which served as a sort of social hub.
Oh my god, I remember Gmod Tower. Didn't they? No, they made a game similar to this. They made a game similar to this, and it's called Tower Unite, I think. There it is. Yeah, I still have it. God, that came out like 10 years ago, really? Yeah, that was basically Gmod Tower, but like on a different engine.
With all kinds of mini-games and activities for players to take part in. Rather than having to join specific game modes to play minigames, Gmod Tower attempted to centralize a bunch of them, all in one place. It went pretty strong until 2016, with its biggest years by far being 2013 to 2014. I say it went...
Thank you, Waifu Thighs, for the Prime. That is definitely a name.
Strong until 2016, as it was that year that servers for Gmod Tower were entirely shut off as the developers moved on to a new project called Tower Unite.
Oh, it was the same devs, okay.
For this, we're gonna hop on an unofficial server that's still running the mode. So not only have I never played this, but I have never even seen it before. Everything here is fresh to me, which means I'm not going to be doing any flashback sequences where I recall the days of my youth, playing a good old game of Obama Smash. I was pleasantly surprised to see a handful of people.
Oh, did you guys see that? Look, let me move the camera. There's like a little Vib ribbon.
Are you ever going to admit you can't read?
Look, the little Vib ribbon character. That's a really good game on the PS1. Thank you, Kyansa, for the 10. Are you going to admit that you can't read? No.
People on this, but one of them was gone basically instantly. One was AFK the entire time, and the other was the admin, who personally greeted me when I joined. Since this was all brand new to me, I figured I'd start by having a look around. I hit up the arcade, which I thought would just be for show or have some really basic minigames, but what I found was actually really sick. They had a whole bunch of Flash game arcade machines here that were broken, but I can only assume working at some point. They had Mario 63, Portal Flash, Fancy Pants Adventure, and a bunch more. I'm not gonna lie,
can you actually interact with those, and does it open a window where you can play it? Because if so, that's actually sick.
these were up and running, I probably
Did you imagine having access to that as a kid?
would have been on the server for like 4 hours. I also
There was a. Do you guys remember that website Miniclip, where you could play all the Flash games and like Friv? I remember there was this one website called Friv, and then you could go on Friv for School, which would like trick the teacher looking behind you, thinking it's like an educational website.
stumbled into a few of the shops they had set up, and the selection here was quite expansive.
Yeah, Friv went really hard. Miniclip as well was like actual cinema.
There was also a lot.
Ooh. Oh, I'm going to make a note of that. That's a really good video idea, actually, going over old Flash games. Why didn't I think of that?
Of Nintendo stuff on offer. The owners of this one better
Congregate as well. Yeah. Oh my god, that was a throwback.
Better be on the lookout for the Nintendo ninjas.
Yeah, why did so many people run around with the Zelda skin, by the way, in Gmod? That was really common.
They're always watching. As I was looking around the main lobby, the admin offered me a helping hand. It seems like they just chill here alone and guide any new players that wander in. I gotta respect the dedication to keeping this mode alive. At this point, I figured it was time to try out their famous minigame selection, at least the ones I could do solo, and started off with one called Source Cards. I don't know what it was about this mode, but
that is the worst camera angle I've ever seen. Like, you are just being flashbanged by Monka hairline the entire time.
It just makes me really happy. It feels good to play.
Like, he's literally molding. Like he's losing his hairline as he's beating the track.
It's fun. It's joyful. It's whimsical. I'm a big fan.
Why is this like... Why is everyone sending me this? Why is everyone... Like, I've had like 3 people on Discord in the past 10 minutes send me this gif. Dude, I miss when my hair was that white, though. I need to bring that back. I really need to bring that back. My hair looks so nice when it's white.
Happy. I like never even played this, and it's making me nostalgic. I like this. I thought it would just be one...
It was Flasfire. Was it really him again? Was it? I wouldn't be surprised. Obsessed gay man. He's actually... he's obsessed.
track, but each map had 3 different tracks, each with major differences, and even a PvP bonus map in the end. There weren't that many modes that were playable solo, but Ball Race was one of them. It's pretty obvious that it's just Monkey Ball.
Dude, I played Monkey Ball for the first time because they did a release on Steam like a year ago. I honestly don't get the hype around it. I hate to admit it, man. It did not vibe with me at all. Genuinely.
Gmod, but it was still fun. It also had some jock jams. The secret strats from deep down in my playbook. I'm kind of cutting it
You got to play it with a controller. Yeah, maybe that's why it was kind of mid.
short here, but just from this, I can definitely tell why this was so big back in the day. Honestly, it makes me regret not having tried it when I was but a wee boy. Game over. That was a lot of fun.
There's something so lonely as well, right? Because he's the only person in the server. It's not scary or creepy. The soy face! Oh my god, I remember Gmod Elevator. That was... this is like old man in the retirement home, just like reliving his memories.
Elevator Source is a real unique mode from way back in 2012 about using an elevator. I remember this one being kind of a big deal when it came out. A lot of big-name gaming tubers played it, and I don't remember the in-game numbers, but the workshop has around 600,000 downloads.
Damn.
I know time is linear, all that fucking nonsense.
Gmod Elevator was so good, though. Literally, all you did was just sit in an elevator, and the doors would open, and it shows you different scenes.
And all that bullshit, but it's kind of insane to me that this one is almost 15 years old. I wasn't 100% certain.
Was it procedurally generated, the rooms? Or was it like... was it set? Did you go on the same floors every time you booted up the game in order, or was it random each time? I kind of forget that part.
That I was thinking of the right mode.
I think it was random each time.
When I joined the server, but when I saw the Rolex check and cough...
Oh yeah, you can cough for some reason. That was like the only way to interact.
Definitely the classic elevator source I remember. This one has a bunch of randomized floors you go to, each having horror, comedy, or surreal things waiting for you outside. I don't think you ever actually get to leave the elevator though, so you just get to have a little look-see at each floor's eldritch abomination, and then continue on. I don't really have much to show off in this one.
Just like the sad cough.
I just thought other early 2010s Gmodders would get a kick out of seeing it again. I did about 10 minutes of floors, and each one was a completely unique thing. I'd recommend giving this one a shot if you've never seen it before.
I wonder how many floors there actually were. There had to be over 100, right? Maybe 200?
One neat little fact about this one is that it's actually made by the same people that made Gmod Tower. Wowie. I found this server to be quite the unique specimen. It is the sole remaining server for a game mode which was already dead over a decade ago. To be honest, I don't even know how or why this server is still up at all. It's some kind of Gmod enigma. To start things off, I've never seen a server's loading...
Wait, everyone in chat is soy-facing. You guys remember Morbius? This is one of the games that I actually know nothing about. Like, everyone in chat is soy-facing over this. Oh no, you're on about Morbius the film, aren't you? You're on about Morbius the film.
Cloudflare error? But this one did. Once I joined, it told me to watch their video on how to play the mode, but like the loading screen, that was broken too. Pretty much everything about this server, except for the server itself, seems to be offline.
Oh my god, guys, shut up. Actually, you are dragging the Morbius meme more than I play into the fat jokes, genuinely.
I was having a look around, and it seemed like a sort of sci-fi TT.
Did you know what sucks? Like every person I meet knows about that, by the way. Like, I was out last night with Seth Everman, right? And I said to him, do you want a drink? And he goes, yeah, sure, I'll just get like a Coke Zero. I go to the bar, get the Coke Zero. And they said, oh, we've only got like normal Coke, like full fat. And I was like, sure. And then I bring it over to him and I say, sorry, man, they didn't have like any Pepsi Max or Coke Zero. They just had normal Coke. And then he just looks at me and he's like, oh, that's why you gave it to me, because like you're feeding me. It's just every single conversation ruined. Every interaction ruined. It's like walking around with a billboard above your head the entire time.
Tea or something. There were weapons and items scattered about that you could pick up, and it was a pretty small map. Alternatively, it was some kind of PvP mode. In either case, it definitely wasn't going to function properly with just me. I was curious about how this one worked.
I hate that this looks like Hunt Down the Freeman, by the way. It actually looks like Hunt Down the Freeman.
And decided to do a bit of research on it. To my surprise, some of the first results are videos from around 2013.
This is the first time chatting. Love your videos. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
With views in the millions.
Oh, the funny chef man's in the chat. It's like one of the sane members on To Be Honest. What's up? How are you doing?
From some niche creators.
Just terrible names all around.
Little channel called PewDiePie. I guess this one got some traction when it first launched. From what I read, the mode was supposed to be like John Carpenter's The Thing, but in Gmod. A few players start out as aliens disguised as humans, and they have to infect the real humans, which turns them into aliens as well. The remaining human survivors have then got to deduct who is and isn't an alien among us. The mode actually sounds pretty cool, but
Among Us.
The server shuts off. I doubt anyone else will be hosting a populated Morbus server anytime soon. Even by 2015, people were talking about the mode being empty. So, I guess it had its time in the sun, and people moved on pretty quick. Something that's extra weird about this server...
If I did a video like this, I would love to actually get people on and play a game of it to see what it was like.
Still being up is that this seems like a mode you need at least like 8 to 10 people on for it to be played properly. And probably all with mics taking it seriously for the best experience too. I highly doubt this server has reached those numbers in years. I find looking at modes like this pretty fascinating. Ones I've never heard of with 1 or 2 servers up and absolutely nobody playing them. And then going on to YouTube to see 12 to 14-year-old videos with millions of views on them. It's a weird feeling knowing that at one point, this server and ones like it were probably filled to the brim with people excited to try it out after watching their favorite tuber play it. These now empty halls.
I remember that hidden video doing insanely well as well. What was the YouTuber that made that, man? Why am I having like brain fog? There's like a Morgan Freeman hidden video and it's on like 20 mil. 35 mil, damn. Ah, Sea Nanas, that's right. Yeah, that was like a classic video though. Those views are actually insane though. Like he was enormous. I think he quit for a bit and then he got into like property. Oh, he is uploading again though. Yeah, I'm still doing Gary's mod as well. Yeah, he's actually still uploading. That's crazy.
Countless gaming memories. Now this server remains, but all the people have moved on, with those memories fading more each day.
At least do YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are terrible, bro. YouTube Shorts are horrendous. They find out about a gag like 5 years after it died on TikTok. It's terrible. They probably only just learnt about the low taper fade meme like yesterday.
Gmod Casino. Time to make some big money. I didn't know Robert De Niro Casino 1995 servers existed before
The Bear from Cleveland show.
today, and this one is listed as being free. So that raises a pretty good question. Are there real money Gmod Casino servers? That's insane.
YouTube Shorts are turning into IG Reels. IG Reels genuinely have no moderation on them. Like I will actually get recommended like videos of like George Floyd and stuff like that. Like there is actual negative moderation on Instagram. It's unreal. I never get like edgy TikToks or like edgy YouTube shorts. But I keep being recommended like George Floyd stuff where he's like an android or something. Like just over and over.
I was starting this one off solo.
No, I know what it's called, chat. I just didn't want to say it out loud. I know what it's called.
The whole place to myself. And by the time I left this joint, I was gonna be a millionaire. That's a guarantee. They had a leaderboard outside, and my goal
you knowing what it is, you're basically just self-reporting.
was to break 2 million to take the #1 spot. Should be easy. One of the first things I found inside was a big bank vault full of money I was allowed to just take for myself. My grubby little mitts vacuumed up every last dollar. Free money. Free money.
Stop vaping. Stop projecting. It's look. It's a nut. It's a nut. And then it goes on this. I think it was meant to be for a camera stand, but I've just been kind of like playing with it and stuff. Like just kind of like putting it on and then spinning it and stuff. It's not a vape. I don't vape. Stop projecting.
free. I was headed inside with 85 grand stashed in my big pockets. While an impressive number now, it was going to be mere pocket change by the end, let me tell you. First roulette spin was a clean 15.
What? The dealer just T-posing, by the way.
While I waited for that to spin, I did a quick $50,000 CSGO case. I made nothing on the case and did not have
average CSGO experience.
$65,000 in 30 seconds. I'll make it back. No problem. Okay. Okay, we got money again. We're good. I wanted to just take things easy for a bit and did a couple slot pulls, just 2 or 3 to kind of calm down after all that. And I instantly made another $20,000. We're so back. I am a god.
They're just T-posing. What can you do with the money though? What can you do with the money? What can you buy? There has to be like an apartment or something, right? It's over. Yeah, it's actually over.
I got 5 grand in the bank.
Well, you can take out loans in what you can take out loans in a casino game.
Oh,
that's really sad.
Good. There we go. Okay, 5 grand on black.
I love gambling, honestly. That sounded wrong saying that out loud. Because I never do it, right? I'll do it like once a year. I'll go to Australia and...
Thank you for streaming while at work. It helps me not going insane in the warehouse.
Thank you, Johnster, for the sub. Thank you, Clown, for the resub. Thank you, Paris HRT Pills, for the 10. Guys, this is a big projection issue chat has today. This is a big projection issue.
Nothing left in my bank. With just $400 left, I couldn't afford any table games,
got paid and
so I
no
went for
longer.
Be quiet.
Of course, my golden touch netted me another $10,000 from the machine. We're so back, all in on zero. This is the one.
It's over. What can you do with the money though? $4. He has $4. $4.
You spare just $5? Just $5. It's all in. Check out the page.
Oh, there's actually one guy there.
Bonus videos. Wow. Extra stuff. I've played this one on the channel before, but I say played in the loosest way.
Oh, I remember this. The sled game.
Spawn, said the mode was dead, and then left. As a refresher on what I said there, this mode has around 550,000 workshop subscriptions. Pretty big. And a whopping 0 people playing it at pretty much all times. Maybe 1 or 2 if you are exceptionally lucky. It's also down to just 1 remaining server. The game mode itself isn't exactly mind-blowing, and honestly the explanation for it is just, you build sleds and race them. That's really all.
Thank you, Red Sill, for the 10 gifted. Damn, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
All there is to know. It's very basic. And maybe being too basic is what led to this one falling off so hard. Let's build some sleds. I was never huge on
this looks like a Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
Gmod building, despite that being a pretty massive part of the game, so I like to keep my sleds real basic. This strategy ended up being an overwhelming failure, as the sled I built sucked ass. I started really digging deep into my brain, really scraping in there, trying to recall the ancient strategies, and I remembered a true classic sled design, the Omega cardboard railgun. The footage here should speak for itself. Yup, this was the strat. I remember. Whoa!
Why is it actually working? It's actually working.
I was looking at my old Steam screenshots, and I actually found one that was on sled build. And there were a whole 11 people on the server back in 2013.
Oh my god, Red Seal, thank you for the 20 gifted, man. Holy! Again, W's in chat for Red Seal. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's double. Gyat, damn! There are some generous people tonight. Thank you, East, as well, for joining.
Apparently, I was also named Stewie back then. A lot of Family Guy stuff in this video. I am a sheep, stuck in McFarlane's iron grip.
I still find it crazy with Seth MacFarlane that he was meant to get a flight on one of the planes that hit the Twin Towers. But he was hungover and he missed it. And because of that, he's still alive.
I caught a glimpse of this in the server browser and maxed out search engine optimization by playing Five Nights at Freddy's maps.
Wait. Oh, wait, I wasn't muted? Oh. Oh, whatever. I mean, it's not like I said anything bad. I was just, you know, Saying the guy if he needs help with his PC. It's not my boyfriend. Oh my god, that's crazy. No, it's a guy that works at the office. It's a guy that works at the office. Boyfriend, by the way. He's already left anyway. I think he was just picking up a PC or something.
Gary's mod. 5 guys and fries. 5 guys.
The projection is crazy, man. That's how it starts. The projection is crazy, man. Like one guy walks on camera.
Freddy. He's real. Look him up on Google.
Freddy Fazbear.
This one seemed like a pretty solid recreation of Five Guys at Freddy's. The only thing I was curious about is how this would work with other people. I feel like this office would get a little crowded.
When did you hit 1.6k views? How many are we on Twitch? Because usually we don't even break 1,000. I think we're being promoted right now on the carousel because they said they'd promote me. Usually we don't even break 1,000. Shut up. Oh no, we're not. We're on 920. I fell off. It's actually over. It's actually over.
This one just lets you walk around the restaurant, so I did a little of that before my shift started. Hey, Freddy's nice.
I actually remember this map so well. I used to play this so much.
Can I just leave? Scary Jerry. That's Scary Jerry.
I remember playing this server with friends and we had to set up Hamachi, like a VPN software, to be able to... They left when he looked. They left when he looked and then came back when he stopped looking.
That's him. What happened? I thought this was going to be a wicked awesome...
Oh, what, the viewers?
Some super epic Five Guys and Fries.
Thank you, Loudest Speak, for the $50, man. Appreciate that. Watching this stream while at work, you're making today a lot better. No, that's good to hear, man. I love streaming. I love interacting with chat and stuff. I'll be honest, before streaming today, I had a bit to drink yesterday with Seth and stuff, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to stream. I don't know. But like, as soon as you like start up the stream and like you see people interacting and stuff, it's like, it gives me so much energy. It's great. Is that impact font? Wait, it's got up to 1.8k. This is the last time I'm checking, by the way. Why is it Pyrocynical statue? No, not that. Not that. Dude, stop lying, man. Stop lying.
Map, but I lagged out once I saw Scary Jerry. I was legit gone. Done. Finished. I was pissing my pants in fear over Scary Jerry.
Everyone uses this Silent Hill 2 track, man, in every video. Everyone does this.
So I swapped over to one called Day Shift at Freddy's RP.
There's no way that's AI art. Look above me. That's actual AI art. They genuinely used AI art. It always does that thing where like join the craw, or like crawfish. This looks like that Wonka's World thing in Scotland.
Take FNAF very seriously. No kidding. We do not tolerate abuse, trolling.
Thank you, Octave, for the prime.
Minging. What's minging? Ah. See,
I put everyone is seeing 1.8k except you.
Active purpose.
Oh no, it's 1.7k. Oh nice, damn. Well, no, it's because what Twitch are doing at the minute is like they've put me on the homepage. So I think what's going to happen is people will go onto Twitch, they'll see me, and then they immediately scroll down and go watch Hassan instead.
Purposefully not taking a video game.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
For example,
happily take
briefing, team killing, rushing, and otherwise being annoying on purpose. Day Shift at Freddy's.
Holy.
Using Silent Hill music in a video. Weak. Using Signalize music that has a similar sound instead.
Whoa. The server.
That was a crazy thing to witness there. Too skinny.
Had a gargantuan.
Thank you, Vivid, for the 14. Don't remember the last time I watched you, but saw the stream, so thumbs up. Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Amount of rules that I very carefully read over. Yeah. Once I was
not a furry, by the way. No, I'm not a furry.
Done with that, we were right into the action. I selected the security guard as my job and received the famous FNAF P250.
Ah.
You better not be misbehaving.
I remember the P250. It's very big in the FNAF lore. The Sig Sauer P250. Dude, can you imagine like that is actually what my original character was based off? It literally was just Foxy the Pirate. That's wild to think about now. And then I got like a little TV head because it was like, it's too furry. Make it less furry. I still think that that's like absolutely wild.
Better not be acting up. Yeah. It seemed like one of those damn animatronics was acting up, so I hid in the closet for a bit before I stopped being a wuss and went to turn the power back on. Hey, who turned out the lights? Who's gone and done that?
Why are they just spamming sound effects but nothing's happening? Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, that actually scared me.
You gotta get back to where you came from.
Boo. Nah.
You gotta get out of here.
This is literally the Bub Games server. I hate the fact that that's what I know it as. The Bub Games server.
There better not be a Freddy out there.
Hiding in the closet just like Pyro. Shut up. Thank you, Miles, for the month. Thank you, AJ, for the 10 as well. Aiden for the 10.
A whole 5 nights of them. Check my computer.
Oh. Jump scare time?
These themed RP servers...
That is actually terrible.
They seem to have a bit of a problem, leaving in a bunch of completely out there jobs and roles that have
Mafia
zero
boss.
relation to what the server is all about. For instance, I swapped over to a Mafia boss after this to get a little pizza in me after a hard day's wake. Where's the pizza in this place? Hey kid, you know where any pizza is? I can do it, I swear.
The gravity gun was literally bigger than the entire child.
I'm gonna do it. I'm done.
Go hang out with your friends. I've only been streaming an hour. I've only been streaming like an hour. I wanted to play Psycho Pump as well.
This one is just called Bowling in the server browser. And I myself am known around these parts as the supreme king of bowling. So I decided to give this a try. It ended up having a bunch of little mini games and things to do, describing itself as a non-traditional
There's another
server.
casino.
I figured I would check everything out in a loop, ending in a round of extreme high-stakes bowling. My first visit here was
There
to
is
the art
another
gallery.
casino,
There were some
bro.
normal art displays in here, but also some unique technical stuff. There was one display where you hover your mouse on a music sheet and it would play the note you're on. And another where anyone could draw on a big pixel art canvas.
Dude, could you imagine if that server was still open? You just... I swear to God, because of brain rot, all you would see on that is just Among Us and then penises.
I cleaned that up and created a true masterpiece. My magnum opus. After that...
Oh, that actually looks... That actually goes kind of hard, though. What the hell? That actually looks good.
After that, I continued the loop. They had a nightclub, an arcade that only had Snake, a beach with fishing that didn't work, and a casino that I avoided. I've been having some bad luck lately. Finally, all that was left was bowling. And I was gonna bowl out. It's worth noting that, despite this one starting off empty, over time a couple people started coming in, so I was no longer alone in this. I chucked a few warm-up throws to get used to the controls, those don't count, and then it was just strikes all day long. The other guys in the server were in here as well, and kinda throwing me off my game though. So I sent them a subtle message to quiet down.
Just buys like a bottle of beer from a water vending machine, by the way.
Excuse me? I wouldn't... no.
For some reason after this, they decided to start throwing bottles at me, a couple of wild animals.
Shut up!
So I threw back. I wasn't going to take this sitting down.
You can't be throwing beer bottles at me, eh? I don't fuck
2
you.
beer. Yep. Classic Gary's mod, and there we have it. Yep. You know that's a public server after hearing that. Yep.
You can't be throwing beer bottles at me, eh? I don't fuck you up. Whoa.
Yep. Classic Gary's mod server there. Beer equals water. Is the game based? It is based. Thank you, Miles, for the month.
I had no idea what this one was, but it had a pretty
Thank you, Maybe, for joining.
insane name for a Gmod game.
Dude, someone in chat said PewDiePie reference. Are you actually joking?
So I wanted to try it out.
Begotten 3. Jesus wept.
The first time I joined, it loaded up surprisingly quick, but it then told me I needed an entire collection of separate custom add-ons from the workshop first.
It's
I
over.
went and downloaded all like 12 gigs of the stuff it needed, and it was at this point that I was wondering, what am I getting myself into? Once I was actually in, there was some mega metal music, as well as a very, very edgy intro quiz that you had to complete.
Repeat the phrase. I am nothing but fodder for the gods of this world. Do you understand that the admins of this server are omnipotent, all-powerful beings, and that you, by joining the server, are their little playthings?
Yeah, so in case you couldn't tell, I was
Nice error
definitely
sign.
missing a game or something which caused all these errors. They were funny enough that I decided I'm not going to fix it until I have to, though. I could actually start playing the server now, and first up was a character creator. I went with this fantastic looking model, chose the name Error, and I was in. Things started off with me waking up along the shore of the Great Error Sign Lake. Even with all the missing models,
This is actually my worst nightmare, by the way.
had some pretty
12
incredible
gigabytes for an error
atmosphere,
sign.
especially for Gmod. All jokes.
No, okay, the error jump scare. Okay, for anyone that doesn't know, I was watching this Gmod ARG a while ago on stream, and I got jump scared by an error sign, and people just would not let that go. It was scary, man. It was scary. Yeah, it was Interloper, that's right.
Aside, everything in here actually seemed really high quality and well made. If it's as elaborate as it looks, this could be its own standalone game. Cool custom menus, good sound design, and a neat premise.
Sack? You get sack, victims, crafting. Oh, it's Minecraft.
I'm pretty sure this is a like survival permadeath kind of mode. For once a server didn't just download 12 gigabytes of anime avatars onto my computer. The map is straight up hell, or like a hellish post-apocalyptic Earth. It's a very 666 Evil Devil Satan metal album cover kind of world. And while the
Where are the monster cans? There should be monster cans all over the floor.
error signs were funny, at this point I kinda wanted to see how this one was actually supposed to look, so I went and fixed those. I was continuing my tour now that things were fixed, and while doing that I ended up getting shredded into little pieces by a demon zombie thing after I tried to
You
fist
have been
fight it. Since it's
corpsed.
permadeath, we were now on to character 2, John Wanderer. John Wanderer wanders
Why do we do this, man? It's like John Fortnite.
voice.
Hell for Pyro, because there's no fat people. Looks like my uncle's basement. Your uncle's got a very big basement. He seems to be doing well.
In search of adventure, fun, maybe even a couple friends along the way. He is also a cannibal. I wanted some perk points, so I gave John the negative
Also a
tied
cannibal.
up trait, which gave me some. But once I was actually in, I didn't know how to untie myself, so I drowned John and made his brother, Daniel Wanderer. Daniel Wanderer is a sicko, a real freak. He's done unspeakable things because they cut his frickin' tongue out. He will never, ever speak again. Dang. Sucks for him.
Someone said he looks like Daniel Larson.
I walked around
Guys.
for a while as Daniel, and in a weird way, I
Getting close to 2K on Twitch. Really? That's sick.
think I kind of preferred the error
We're actually so back. It's crazy. We're so back. We're so back.
signs. Now it felt like walking around the outskirts of New Vegas's map with nothing to collect or do. I mean, there probably was stuff to do, but it wasn't very direct about it. I was just blindly wandering.
Does anyone remember that New Vegas ARG? That looked really good. I don't know if there's any more episodes of that came out. Isn't it Dr. Bosch or something? That's right. Damn, nothing for 6 months is crazy. That sucks. Yeah, this was a really good series though, man. I love this series. It's actually got no views. I swear I've seen videos cover this that get like millions of views. There was a video essay. There it is. Yeah, 4 million views, by the way. 4 mil. And then the original series doesn't even have over like 100K. Oh, I have watched this guy before. Yeah, that's crazy.
Around. I picked up a tail at some point during my walk. Some chainsaw demon zombie.
Remember when Pyro covered the Kendrick and Drake beef and he said Metro's booming? Yeah, remember when I also said Triple Red and Carmella Harris?
thing was following me around, trying to kill me, and overall just being mad annoying. I could avoid all of his attacks by just walking backwards at a brisk pace. I led him along for a bit until I got distracted by a shiny jewel on the ground, and he kicked me into a conveniently placed pit of lava.
Okay, come on, bro. You definitely threw yourself in there. Come on. No one's believing that.
I have never played Among Us, so we're hopping on Gmod Among Us. This mode has one server with a 128 person limit, and I didn't see a single person on it even once. Now, I don't really know what I expected from this one. It was an Among Us map recreated in 3D. I guess that is what I expected, really. I don't know what I'm saying. This game's maps have been ported...
Dude, do you remember when Among Us just dominated YouTube? Like, with the corpse husband, like, Among Us 300 IQ plays. 900 IQ Among Us plays.
To basically any game with a custom map feature in the last few years, like Fortnite, VR Chat, and Doom 2. So this isn't even unique. As the only gamer on planet Sheen that hasn't played the video game Among Us, I can only...
Dude, if I look up Among Us IQ, I swear to God, there'll be so many videos. Let's have a look.
Hey Pyro. Hope you have fun in place, sweet.
There's actually so many.
I assume that everything here is extremely accurate. If it's not, I'll be real...
Someone in chat just said John Pork. Did you wake up from a 3-year coma? Wait, we're on 2K on Twitch now? Based.
Game mode I found from 2013 that had 0 people playing on it. It's called the Re-Dead and is a zombie horde extraction shooter. It's got a constant stream of zombies pouring in, and you can barricade yourself to survive easier or get aggressive to make fat stacks of cash, since you make money by killing zombies. From there, you can airdrop...
Great AI there, by the way. Great AI.
Take a bit of time to land, so it's all about risk versus reward. Overall, it's nothing too crazy, but it's a pretty cool mode that seems to have been abandoned. I played a full round of it solo and ended up getting all the achievements. I was the best shooter, the worst shooter, I spent the most money, I spent the least money, and apparently I was some kind of dumpster. I don't know what that's all about.
It said cum dumpster.
This one is called Ghost Hunt, and all the servers for it were French, so really the mode should be called Chasse aux fantômes. I went into it basically thinking this would just be Gmod Phasmophobia.
When I wake up in La France and I smell le piss out the window and I have le coffee and le cigarette.
But it actually predates that by a good few years. Despite that, they are definitely similar. There's an observation room you start in with cameras and an activity sensor, a camcorder to catch the sightings on, as well as a sanity system. The map itself is really
Are you Azarius
dark,
for the Prime?
Literally pitch black. I couldn't see a thing in the server for
back on Twitch? We back on Twitch.
some reason.
We back on Twitch!
Flashlights. I did have glow sticks though, which made this at least slightly playable. It actually made it kind of atmospheric. The only thing that ruins it is the constant shoe scuffing with every single step you took. All I had going into this evil, scary prison was my giant bottomless bag of glow sticks, an HD 1080p camcorder, and a crowbar.
Yo, wait. Someone on the Pyro server, they did fan art. They did fan art of the... let me pull this up. Oh, that's sick. Damn. Oh, that was from the stream. Oh, that was from the Ban stream. Dude, I love that little guy. What's his name? Fart or something? Toot? I forget. That guy was based. He was based. I like him.
To beat the ghost.
Truffle Toot, that's right.
To death.
Truffle Toot.
I walked around for a good bit, not really knowing what to do, constantly hooking glow sticks in front of me. I really opted to buy an industrial quantity of glow sticks rather than one flashlight and a pack of AA batteries. I didn't actually know what the goal of the map here was. I occasionally found locked doors, so I assume you gotta find keys and stuff around the map, and every now and then a ghost. Evil scary demon caught on tape. Evil scary demon.
Wait, am I gonna get jump scared?
As a wrap-up
he's styling though, he dancing.
Spooky Server Power Hour, we're checking out a mode from 2013 called Stop It Slender. Now, if you had a big pulsating brain vein...
The creators of Server Blight want to have a chat? What do you mean? We're trying... I'm actually trying to get in contact with the creators of Server Blight at the minute. I want to speak to them. But I don't know how to. They don't have Twitter. But I genuinely want to get in contact with the two brothers that made it. But I have no idea how to get in contact with the guys.
Prediction that this is some kind of Slender the 8 Pages mode. You were correct. I was looking up this mode after playing it, and the workshop page calls it a joke game mode, but...
Want to have a chat? Sounds like a threat. I just want to talk to them. I just want to talk to them.
it's not. This really is just a Gmod multiplayer version of Slender. You go around the forest collecting pages and you're stalked by the Slenderman. There is no comedy. This is dead serious. I do think they messed up the scripting though, because he is super aggressive even before you found any pages. I was almost killed right away, and he's not even supposed to start moving until you get at least like 1 or 2 pages. At one point, I was in a...
I played Slender the Arrival recently, and it does actually still hold up. It's way too easy though. It's way too easy.
Yard full of shipping containers, and I got boxed in so bad that I legit think there were 2 Slender men. Jesus Christ. He's trolling. It's not the scariest mode in the world. It literally is just Slender, and that was completely played out by like mid-2013. It doesn't help that I'm so source engine brain rotted that just hearing stuff like the footstep sound effects take me out of it completely, and all I can think about is like TF2. It kind of degrades the Slender atmosphere, but that's on me, not the mode. The scariest jump scare is honestly when the flashlight goes out, as it's louder than anything else in the entire game.
I don't think a flashlight sounds like that when it runs out.
Slender, and I'm only even including
that was like a fuse box exploding
in here because I have a very hazy, very distant memory of playing this one once or...
My name is Pyro. Dolan, are you doing the My Name is David bit? My name is Pyro. Dolan, I want some slop. Pyro, that is my name. Pyro, I want another. Pyro, where is my chin? I'm running because I am fat. There is a car. It's gonna hit me.
Or twice in like 2014. Nothing's...
It goes so hard though. It goes so hard though. My name is Edwin. I made the mimic. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. I'm just skipping.
My name is Edwin.
I made the mimic. It was difficult to put the pieces together. But unfortunately, something went wrong, and now I can't do anything but sing this stupid song. My name is Edwin. It's cinema. It's cinema. I remember seeing it on TikTok, and all the top comments were just Zoomers being like, why is he just having a conversation with me? With like a crying emoji. Where's the one with the kid? Oh, this one's genius, man. It's...
My name is David. Dad, I want some ice cream. David, that is my name. David, I want another. David, where is my ball? I'm running out on the road. There is a car, and this is going to hit me.
Oh my god, it's peak. 5 doses of Fent. 5 doses of Fent. Immediately added to the sex playlist. 50% of the song is just people telling you their names. Introduce yourself to the Class R song.
Specific. I just remember that Slender was at least mildly relevant when I played it. I died pretty much instantly, and got a pretty good crotch cam death screen. I don't have anything else to say about this one, really. It was a neat little throwback to a classic tuber horror game. I did see that back in 2018, someone on
It's so good. No, it's actual peak.
Reddit.com was asking if the mode
Did he use a
was
jump
dead.
scare sound for
I did see
Reddit?
that back in 2018, someone on Reddit.com
Yeah, he did.
was asking if the mode was dead.
Valid reason
unanimously
to put a jump
said
scare in,
yes.
to be
So
fair,
this
with the
one has
Reddit
been
logo.
posted for a while, it seems. On Gmod, I also saw...
Wait, I just got linked this video. Apparently I should play it because it's Friday.
It's September 17.
No, it's not. It's March the 7th.
2021. And if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again.
If you can believe it, it's a Friday once again.
Someone
Rest in peace, my goat.
made a Roblox version of Stop It Slender that has like 180 million visits and retains multiple
Why does he speak like Joe Biden? It sounds nothing like Joe Biden.
fully packed servers at any time. It even got updated in January of 2025. What a strange game Roblox is.
Mafia. Is that the Twin Towers?
Gmod has a surprising amount of Mafia roleplay servers, most being set in 80s or 90s New York. I started off with an 80s one, and it kind of got me thinking that I couldn't think of many mob movies actually set in the 80s. Obviously there's Scarface, but that's not really like a mob movie. And I guess Goodfellas and Casino each have like 3 minutes of stuff set in the 80s. I wanted to check if famous movie Carlito's Way was set in the 80s, but that's set in 1975. I did see during my research that Carlito's Way has a straight-to-DVD prequel that nobody has ever heard of. It's got some peculiar...
Oh my god. Oh my god, they got the Diddy in there. Oh my god.
actors in it.
Dude, that one thing I will say about P. Diddy, he just hasn't aged, which is very, very scary. He just looks exactly the same as he did like 20 years ago.
Giancarlo Esposito. I don't think the prequel has notable Villains Wiki representative Benny Blanco from the Bronx in it though, so it's kind of a shit movie. I started out Gmod 80s New York Mafia roleplay by making a certified goon. There was a very...
I hate the fact that I thought he said gooner.
A large pool of heads to pick from. Choosing a good mug was one of the hardest choices I've ever had to make. And
isn't that just Albert Wesker? Wait, that just looks like Wesker, dude. Just without the, I think that actually is Wesker from Resi 5.
My entire life.
Whoa. Yes. Oh, yes.
This looks like shitty Adam Jensen. Oh, they actually do have him. Never asked for this. You're not a member of the Mafia now, are you? Jensen. Richard. What I do is none of your concern. Shut the
Oh, they got Jason Brody as well. Oh my god. Did he just have a hair transplant? Jesus Christ.
frick up. Jensen. Have you ever heard of Skibbity Toilet, Jensen?
Oh, Vito!
Mafia 2 was so goated, man. It was so goated.
Oh my god, Vito.
Thank you, Mark, for the 10. I'm watching your slop on a plane on its way to Las Vegas. Gambling is great. Yeah, if you win, could you send the winnings to me, bro? I'd appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
With Vito selected, it was crime time, and I was hitting the streets.
Why is his body so small? It's more the fact that he has no eyes.
The map was made for this server, but it's still worth giving it some credit here. I really like how this looks. I was having a look around, and after a bit I noticed how strangely empty it was. And I don't mean that in a dumb way, like, whoa, this zero-player server has 0 players in it. What? But it was like, even NPCs that I think were supposed to be there just weren't. I was at the town hall.
You know what I just thought of right now? What? Is that game, No Players Online, is that actually... Hang on. It's still not out yet? Come on, man. I want to play that game so bad. It looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Give me a date! Give me a date! Damn it.
Hall where I think there's supposed to be a sort of help desk NPC to get you started, but
they're making a full version? Yeah. They're doing a full version of the game.
Couldn't really figure out how to actually play this one.
Pay him? No, I can't pay him. I've got no money. I'm poor.
Or how to get a job or make money, so I was kind of screwed. I think this might be a work-in-progress server stuck in update limbo, or something like that. The one NPC I did find was a car salesman, who wouldn't let me test drive even his shittiest car. Despite every single person in New York City fading away except for us, he basically told me to kick rocks. This one had a pretty sick intro, and it seemed like it was going to be way better than the last one. I went with iconic character Phil Gherkins this time, and selected crime as my desired field of employment. Despite this, the server told me to get a real job after this, so, I mean, it was basically...
I played GTA 4 for the first time the other day, and it really is quite boring. It probably has the best atmosphere of, like, any GTA game, but the actual game itself, apart from the main missions, it is kind of, like, shallow, I think, with, like, stuff to do. But I love the atmosphere, like, so much more than GTA 5.
Basically just dark art.
Thank you, Lenny, for the 20.
I aimed high and went to...
Working on my own video essay, any advice? Make sure it's something you actually care about, because then it'll probably end up being a better final product.
City Hall, demanding to be mayor, and the guy at the desk was so confused that I got a scripting error.
Base, such a boring game. Yeah, I don't get the GTA 4 glaze. I genuinely don't get it. The game looks insane, but there's actually fuck all to do in the game. Like when you're not doing the main content, or like the police scanner stuff.
Which created some kind of rift in the space-time continuum as I was transported between universes to a different RP server. Before taking even one step into the city, I ran for mayor in this one, and got the job on the spot. I took my limo out for a spin.
He won the election with 1 vote.
Bought a beautiful house.
Least rigged American election.
Bought a beautiful car, and went for a little joyride.
You weren't there? I grew up playing GTA 4. What are you on about? I never grew up playing San Andreas, though. The game's got bowling. Yeah, I know you could do the bowling. One thing I did like about GTA 4 is like you had buddies in the game and people that you can call and hang out with. And if you reached a max level with them, they would give you a special ability. So one that was really cool. I think there was a guy in GTA 4 called Dwayne or Dwight. Ah, Dwayne, that's right. Yeah. So there's this guy. There's a choice in GTA 4 where you have to kill him or you've got to kill like his kid. Not like his actual like biological son, but like, you know, someone that he's like brought up and stuff like that. Because this guy, Playboy, wants Dwayne dead. And Dwayne wants you to kill Playboy because he knows he's going to keep coming after him. And Dwayne just lives in an absolute shithole. Like, imagine the nicest London apartment. And then Playboy's got this big mansion apartment, that kind of thing. But it's funny because it's meant to give you like a moral choice, but it's really not, because if you go and kill Dwight, there's just one guy defending him with like a baseball bat, some like Jamaican guy. Like, that's it. Like, he's defenseless. But then if you kill Playboy, you've got to go through like a lot of goons and stuff like that. But it's objectively the better choice to kill Playboy because, first of all, you get Playboy's house, which is sick. Like, that's a residency. That's a save point. But then also you get Dwayne as a friend that you can call up. If you kill Dwayne, Playboy doesn't ever speak to you again. It's wasted. You just get... I think, like, GTA 4 had this problem where, like, what they would do is, like, do you want, like, a permanent change in the game? Like a friend or a car? Or do you just want loads of money? But it's like, there's nothing to spend money on in GTA 4. There's nothing, bro. I'm going to go to Burger Shot and buy a burger for $2 with my 18 million. It's like one of the last choices in GTA 4 was like, do you want to get a bunch of money or do you want to do revenge? And it's like, the revenge, because money is pointless in the game. There's like nothing to do with it. What, buy more like Desert Eagle ammo in ammunition? Like, there's nothing to do. But, yeah, if you can call up Dwayne, and Dwayne has this ability. If you go past like a certain level of trust with him, his ability is like you can call for backup, and then like two guys pull up in like an SUV that follow you around and stuff. And I think that was like really, really cool. But yeah, like there was no point in killing Dwayne. There was actually no point. You just screwed yourself over.
I was sent a link to Jazztronauts like 2 years ago by one of the creators, and I replied,
"Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Playboy's like, wow, you killed Dwayne? That's cold. I don't want to speak to you. You're crazy." And then you just never see him again.
Wowzers. This looks epic sauce. I'll check this out. And then I didn't touch Gmod for 2 years.
Here,
I didn't
have
forget
some spare change. Now go.
We're doing it now. Things start off in a pretty regular Gmod custom map, but you can definitely tell something is up with it. It changes themes multiple times. There's weirder areas that feel like you've stumbled into somewhere you shouldn't have. The back halls, you could say. And it clearly isn't what it seems.
The back rooms?
Eventually, you reach a big slab of something, and a bunch of quirky cat creatures enter stage left. This is
what the hell? This actually looks good, though.
This is where the illusion fades and things actually get started. While doing this prologue, you find a prop snatcher, and you use it to grab any prop that isn't nailed down, which you sell for cold, hard cash. Props could be worth $1 or several hundred. You finish up the prologue with a big sprint back through the map in reverse, bagging anything you find along the way to make some big bucks. You're cornered by the quirky cats at the end, and they simply ask you to join up with them. You can even say no, and it just ends here. Now by this point, I thought this was fun, but nothing too crazy. You're then introduced to the main thing that
Why does this actually look good, though?
Made this so special. Right in the center of the hub area, there's a big scientific-looking structure with a large TV on the wall. From this, you get to select completely random, actually uploaded maps from the Steam Workshop. It's not a selection that they've handpicked, it is literally anything ever uploaded to it. You could end up getting GM Big City or GM Ball Crusher 3000 and everything in between. It's got a full story from what I can tell too, with you having to collect mystical shards in each level to progress things. There's little chats you can have with each of the cats, and they even offer you missions to find...
Why does this look like Yakuza or something? What the hell?
...specific item types. And those items you collect don't just have to be props either. I collected the entire skybox of a Miami.
Oh my god.
Once you finish up a level, you can call in a bus from anywhere, which does a really cool pop-in effect and takes you back to base. From there, you just dump everything onto the floor and collect your paycheck. It's really cool. I may have gotten a bit addicted to it and played it for like 3 hours straight. I tried to refrain from going into too much detail with this because it's one you gotta try it for yourself. It's really, really good.
That looked really good, actually. I would try that. I would genuinely try that.
I needed a vacation from the Jazztronauts, so I booked a ticket for the Gmod cruise line. Apparently this is an open beta, but their last announcement was
Oh, it literally was a character from Yakuza? Oh, I see.
I think the ship has sailed on this ever fully releasing. From what I saw here, this one is taking some heavy inspiration from Gmod Tower. It's a big boat filled with minigames, entertainment, hangout spots, suites, and other shared social space interactive activities.
Finally, a game where I can press E to sit. Thank God. It's what I've always needed.
It's actually doing a really great job at being just like Gmod Tower, as they both have nobody playing. It's got a max of 100 players, and it was empty pretty much any time I checked. To be fair here, I went onto their website and it lists the project as shelved indefinitely, but still online. The sprint speed in this is unreasonably fast. I can only imagine how chaotic this place would be with like 60 people all sprinting around the lobby screaming at each other. The first thing I did here was gun it up to the top deck, where they had a big pool under the moonlight. The whole area up here was unfinished, except for the pool itself.
I actually think Ozempic was the worst thing ever invented, I'll be honest. Genuinely, that is the biggest step back we have ever made as a species, unironically.
You could even look off the back of the ship to see the infinite black void casted onto the ocean behind us. It was a strangely calming atmosphere.
It's definitely a 30-year-old guy that sent that. Yeah, probably.
Very relaxed. If it was real, I'd probably just float around here until the sun came up. That aura kind of went for this whole map, to be honest. There was no...
When will you visit Texas? Have I ever been to Texas? I don't know. Have I been? No, I think I went there for a layover flight once, but I've never actually been to Texas. It was a bit like GM Flatgrass, but I guess most airports are pretty ugly, to be fair. I mean, I'd go to Texas, like what, for like a meet and greet or something like that? I think that could be cool.
No spooky Gmod evil entity lurking and stalking me feeling on this one in the slightest.
I'm 26, you rats. Oh, that's like actual Julia, who's like regular in the chat. Yeah, what's up?
It was time.
There is nothing in Texas. Yeah, it's GM Flatgrass.
For some gaming, so I went and hit up the b-ball court. But I don't think I'm allowed to ball out on this for some reason. With that said, this place did have a bowling alley.
Carmella!
I had more than septupled since I last played. It was time to show these weaklings who the true king of the alley was. Full power. Right down the center. Shit.
Oh, you don't know the scene from The Sopranos? He just shouts at his wife because she's like hoovering. And he's too fat to get up.
Carmella, can you shut the door?
Carmella, can you please shut the door?
Carmella, can you please shut the door?
Carmella, can you please shut the door?
Yeah.
I do like it though. Like, you know, he kills so many people throughout the series. But, you know, he does all these dealings, runs an empire, but he's just too fat to get out of bed and shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. Come on. There we go. Should be good?
Dude, if you don't get like the 90s screen of like the bowling animation come up on a TV, what's the point? There's no point. It's so soulless.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
It's turkey time. Thanksgiving.
Shit, I almost got a
Turkeys if you get 2 strikes in a row, isn't it? Or is it 3?
turkey to end it, too. That's a good score right there. Like most servers in this game, this one had a points shop where you could get hilarious and swaggerific hats, player models, trails, and other stuff like
Dragon
that.
Ball
This one also
Scouser.
had a fair amount of stuff from Nintendo.
Oh, I would definitely buy, like, out of all that, I'm buying the Shy Guy mask 100%. 100% buying the Shy Guy mask.
Nintendo. Again, these devs better watch their backs. Now, I'm obviously not a Gmod server developer, so I want to know if these item shops in every server are some kind of preset variety pack, or if they're all custom made. I ask this because most of the items, and especially stuff like the trails, basically top out at like 2014 in terms of relevance. There's always stuff like Troll Face.
You have an odd obsession with masks? Yeah, so do most fairies. I'm not a fairy, though.
Dowoop, Brofist, Epic Lulz, Bacon Epic Swag, Awesome Face,
Bacon Epic Swag.
and other very relevant memes up for sale in each of these shops.
Oh, I love murder. Okay, that sounded a bit wrong out of context. I love Gmod murder.
It's up on the Mount Rushmore of Gmod game modes, being the 5th most subscribed to workshop add-on of all time. It's a lot like TTT.
What are you looking at on the side? I'm looking at chat.
And other social roleplay games where you've got killers on the loose trying to remain undetected.
No, I'm not commissioning art, man. Look, I don't do that when I stream anymore. Too many incidents happen.
Despite its popularity, I have never played this, and I've never even watched anyone else play it. I didn't even know how it actually worked going into it. Apparently there's a murderer, a detective, and everyone else is a civilian. The murderer...
I just remember the gun you get 1 bullet for, and if you miss, you just throw the gun to the ground.
...has to, unsurprisingly, murder everyone.
Yeah, the murderer actually has such an advantage, by the way. It's crazy, because all he's got to do is stab you once with a knife, and that's it.
Shit, I got fucked
Just
up.
wanted
The
to
detective
drop
has
by
a
and-
gun and has to try and find and kill the murderer, and everyone else has to just not get murdered. At the very least, that's what I gather it's supposed to be at a basic level. Despite being the 5th most popular add-on of all
Video
time,
essays try
and
to-
having hundreds of videos with views in the millions from huge creators, this one is down to like 40 to 50 people on it in total during decent hours.
I mean, there's still people playing it, though.
Across all of its servers.
Yeah, it was basically TTT, but just less features.
Really, this seems to be the fate of most non-RP modes in Gmod from what I saw. Aside from a select few modes...
Oh yeah, there were clues. That's right. If you picked up enough, you'd be able to find out who actually is the murderer.
Still holding on to okay player numbers. This is a mode I wanted to try with some players.
Have you seen the
so I
first
hopped onto
season
a
of...
populated server for it to get my first experience with murder, like a decade after its peak. Sadly, my internet was absolutely shitting the bed during...
Right, I would like to make an announcement, by the way. If you guys didn't know, we have a application going on at the minute. So you guys can actually join the team, right? You can be like a writer or something like that. We've got like this this little Google form. I'll see if I can show it on stream real quick. This is on Twitter, by the way, if any of you want to actually get access to it. I think we put it in the server as well. But, you know, you get all this stuff here, like, you know, creator, you know, are you familiar with the general or niche pockets of internet culture? Because we're looking for a new writer, okay? And then, we've already had some applicants come in. We've actually already had some applicants come in. For example, this one. When researching some details that are hard to find and require some creativity to uncover, what's a tough search you've completed in the past, and how did you accomplish it? And whoever did it basically filled out saying, I searched up gay porn when I was 14, even though I had parental lock on my tablet. The worst thing is, I 100% believe him. I don't even think that's a bit. I think he's just being completely honest. He just needs someone to talk to, and he's using a Pyrocynical video researcher form to do that.
During this attempt, so...
Hire him now? I might hire him. You need someone that's very honest and open.
We're gonna miss out on playing with some legit professional Gmod murderers.
You're hired. That man looked up gay porn. He's hired.
Some of these people had like 20,000 kills in this mode. I've never played it, but even I can tell you that's absurd. I hopped back on a teeny tiny bit later. A little 4 a.m. Gmod murder never hurt nobody. It did hurt the player count though. What is that? Why? The server had around 10...
No, what's the model? I want to see the model. Why'd you censor it? What's the model? Show the model, bro. Show it.
In this mode. I've never played it, but even I can tell you that's absurd. I hopped back on
What is the model?
Tiny bit later. A little 4 a.m. Gmod murder never hurt nobody. It did hurt the player count though. What is that? Why? The server had around 10 people on it, which in my inexperienced opinion sounds like an alright number for this mode. Now let me just start this off by saying I probably just...
Wait. Boys, enhance that. Holy. Enhance that. Enhance that. Enhance that. I need like a team. I need a team of like analysts to enhance this image with AI. Please, someone do that. I need this image to be enhanced with AI. Can anyone in chat do that? Please.
Probably just had a bad experience, but I really didn't like how this mode played. The concept of it, I actually really did like. That sounds like a fun time with...
Is it a furry? Oh my god, it's a furry.
Heavy potential for some classic light roleplay from the murderer.
Now who's that funny looking Teletubby?
Trying to pretend they're innocent over voice chat and having to convince people you didn't do anything. I remember doing that all the time on TTT back when that was big. What this ended up being, though, was every round having the murderer essentially
today,
ending the round within like 30 seconds every time. If this experience was anything to go by, I think I may have missed out on ever playing.
The wall is hit, you're done. No, I'm done, it's over. It's actually over.
A proper game of Gmod murder. But again, I have never played it before. Maybe it was always like.
Wait, the AI didn't... Okay, so someone tried to use AI. Someone tried to use AI on the image. Okay, Jarvis.
Like this.
Jarvis enhance. Jarvis enhance. Okay, so we tried to upscale it with AI. It didn't really work. But there is a bit of a gap there. There is a bit of a gap.
Though what I played here felt like it was murder. In name only. Star Wars.
Average female space pilot.
Famous for its appearance in LEGO Star Wars, The Complete Saga. This one is set in the Clone Zone, I'm pretty sure, since the map here is an Acclamator class assault starship, 75404. I was fully locked into the Star Wars roleplay here, and created my notorious original character.
So one said 50 pixels still would. Thank you, Ajek, for the 2 months of Prime.
Character to be introduced into the canon. Bongo Slig.
Walter.
Leader of the Space Mafia. To be quite honest, I didn't even think this one would be Star Wars. Tales of Aurorealis sounds like a fantasy server or something. I started off in a barracks with no real direction on where to go or what to do. The map was a bunch of pretty empty rooms and super long hallways, all with that iconic Star Wars zing. I ended up reaching a hangar bay, yoinked one of the Republic dropships.
Gotta help the brokies on Twitch? No, I appreciate it. There's a lot of broke people on Twitch right now.
And took it for a spin. I kind of pieced together from this heist that the map is so big and empty because it's a, from what I can tell, fully to scale ship. I could fly around the space outside of it, but I didn't see anywhere else to go. No planets or anything, so I guess this is it. I turned the engine off, hopped out, and I guess the artificial gravity on the ship is pretty hefty because I just slammed into that hunk of junk. As expected, when you break every bone in your body, my dying meter appeared on screen and started counting down. But I didn't stick around this one long enough to see it reach 0.
Hassan Abbey just subscribed. Did someone get into my stream elements?
This one is actually really, really cool. And it made me mad. We're talking red in the face, steam coming out of my ears here, mad that pretty much nobody was playing it. It advertised itself as a top-down RPG, which I thought would be kind of meh and low effort, but it completely and utterly exceeded my
expectations. That looks sick, though.
Starting things off in the spawn area, which was more of a normal lobby.
Why does that look really
Somehow
good?
People were in the chat, and I'm pretty sure giggling at my username, which was weird because this server was completely empty. It was just me in here. I don't know if Gmod chats can be...
Isn't Homestuck considered pretty bad in terms of writing and fan base? No idea. Like, Homestuck was literally before my time. It's been going on for that long.
Cross-server, or have, like, Discord integration or something, but it was quite strange. Anyways, the actual meat of the mode is on screen now, and it should speak for itself. It was a legit, full-scale, roguelike, procedural dungeon crawler.
You know what this looks like? Dead Ops Arcade in COD. In Black Ops 1. Does anyone remember that? Dude, that actually kind of went hard, though, like Dead Ops Arcade. That actually went really hard. Yeah, that was so much fun, man. Do you remember that little computer you could use and you could like go on like enter stuff like that? That game was really hard though, but I remember you could beat it as well.
In Gmod, there were perks to upgrade your weapon, chests to unlock, coins.
Hotline Miami. I'll be honest, I did actually want to do a video on Hotline Miami at some point. I feel like it's been so long since I played those games, I could happily play them again. And I think now, because I'm kind of like winding things down on the second channel, I could actually focus on main stuff more.
Things to collect and goblins to slay. I'm not kidding when I say that this could be its own full game. There was some decent enemy variety too. And
I think the only problem with Hotline Miami is like all the songs are copyrighted, like all of them.
The upgrades were more than your typical like shoot 3% faster. I ended up getting one that blew enemies up on death, and that saved me on more than one occasion. I was doing pretty well, I think. I didn't have much trouble against the regular enemies or mini-bosses, but once I got to the first real boss, I just got my ass.
This looks like one of those games that would be on like the Xbox 360 indie store.
Absolutely.
And that's not a bad thing, by the way. There was this one game I remember. and it's called I Made a Game with Zombies in it. Does anyone remember this? This is old head, by the way. This is old head. So this was basically, this was like one of the first games that came out on the Xbox Arcade. It was on the indie store. And it's literally just called I Made a Game with Zombies in it. Dude, the soundtrack goes so hard, though. Lamau memory unlocked? Yeah, yeah. I totally forgot about it until now. Yeah, I mean, the game itself was pretty basic. Oh, chat. Actually, chat. Help me unlock a memory here. There was a game on the Xbox 360. It was in the Xbox 360 arcade, and you played as like a little robot on a wheel. Does anyone remember that name? I played that demo so much when I had no money. Please, someone in chat has to know the name of that game. It was like kind of a puzzle game. It was very, 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 very early Xbox 360. Machinarium? It wasn't Astrobot. Shut up. No, it wasn't this. It wasn't this. It came out ages ago. Ages ago. It was on the Xbox 360 store. It wasn't an indie game. It was an arcade game. Memeorama? Memeorama? Robo Blitz. Oh, did you get it? Holy, he found it. Chad. That's it. Oh my God, this game was so good, man. This game was so... I could never get the full game because I was poor. But like, I basically just went through like all of... I just played the demo just over and over and over. Dude, it was only like 2 hours long. God, games were so short back then, eh? I bet you it looks like ass. I remember it looking insane when I played it. Yeah, it was like a little physics game, like physics-based game. That's right. Oh, that's actually sick. Yeah, I never had any money, so I couldn't get the full game. So I kind of just I just replayed the demo just over and over. I did that so much. Like, I would literally just spend like my weekends just playing Xbox 360 demos. The amount of times I played the Hitman Blood Money demo was insane because I just had no money to buy games. Yeah, that's crazy. That's such a throwback. Damn.
Absolutely handed to me. I'm not too good at bullet hells or roguelikes, so that's as far as I could get in this one. I really didn't expect anything like this in Gmod. I had a pretty good time.
Thank you, Beanie, for the sub. Thank you, Hatless, for the 21 months. Damn.
It was a really nice change of pace.
And now there's no games. There are some games. There's no games, but there are some games. There are some games, but there are also no games. I mean, there are some games. Like Repo, that is a game. There are some games, but also at the same time, there are no games. It's even on the Steam store right now. Yeah, there's actually no games. Stop recommending me horror games. Oh, that actually looks fun, though. I saw this. I think the dev gave me a code for this game.
Hey, Pyro, please stop jacking it to Sonic inflation porn, and please visit me at this mental institution you put me in.
Thank you, Annan, for the 10. No, Nan, I'm not going to visit you. I put you in the funny farm for a reason. Dude, my Nan actually watches my streams. I wonder if she's watching now. Hi, Nan. Hello. Yeah, she watches the streams, and she probably is very disappointed in me.
RP server slop. Cool mode.
Oh, he said slop. He said slop. He said the word.
I wanted to get a classic jailbreak experience in.
Just all in Chinese.
because those are always such a swell time. There weren't actually that many in Gmod though. I guess it was a more
Konnichiwa.
popular mode in TF2 and CSGO than here. The one I ended up joining was a Chinese jailbreak server. That's not something I expected to see, so I was hoping for a pretty unique experience. Chinese jailbreak, Chinese jailbreak, Chinese jailbreak. I don't really know what the deal was with this, but it wasn't really jailbreak at all. I mean, the map was, and the server was running jailbreak, but the few rounds I stuck around for were basically just an instant free-for-all deathmatch.
Why is the camera shaking? It's because I've got my camera leaning against the desk. I kind of need to fix that for the next stream, I think.
Prisoners were just bee-hopping around, starting out with rifles.
Robo Blitz live stream? That could actually be a good idea.
Even I had a gun at one point out of nowhere. Next up, I joined the only other jailbreak server.
How do you play Robo Blitz? Is there actually a way to play it? Oh, it is on Steam. That came out 2006. Oh my god. 2006 is crazy. Jesus. Naked Sky, and they made literally nothing else. It's always so interesting looking at stuff like that.
With anyone on it, just to see what 4 AM jailbreak was like on Gmod. This one said it had 10 players on, but when I arrived, it was just me
stream
and one other guy.
Hello?
Thank you, Zenny, for the 10. Appreciate it.
Hello?
Hello? What's going on?
What? Are you solo here? What's going on? It said there was,
yeah.
It said there was like 10 people.
There was a bunch. There was a bunch of people, and then like the server crashed. So I think they may or may not be loading in. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for a second. Yeah, dude, you fucking missed it. You'd been here a couple seconds sooner, and you'd have been it was pretty fun. It was getting there.
That guy sounds nice. Why did I think that in the background there is the Bowser farting gif? I'm washed, man. I'm washed.
We've got another mode here that seems to be actually forgotten. It's called Gmod Racer, and yeah, that's exactly what the mode is. It's a very basic racing mode that launched super early in Gmod's lifespan, and from what I can tell, was actually completely gone for a good while, since it never got updated to more modern versions of Gmod. I thought it would be another case of a mode being empty now, but having millions of views on YouTube back in the day. But it's actually kind of...
Rent-free GIF? Why do you think it's rent-free? Because I get tagged in it like 20 times a day.
Obscure in comparison. I didn't search for too long, but the biggest video I found had around 8,000 views 15 years after posting. And that's the biggest one. As you've been seeing in the footage here though, this mode is painfully slow when you start out.
Great stuff.
You can upgrade the car
Great
through
stuff
money
there.
by completing races, but you start out going like 30 to 40 miles per hour maximum in a racing mode. It is unbearable. There was a jump in the map that I couldn't even complete since the car was so slow. Since I couldn't complete the map, I couldn't get money to upgrade the car. Epic. There's another Gmod Racer mode called Gmod Racer Overdrive, and that one had a handful of players most of the times I checked. The mode itself is basically a slightly more polished version of this, and has the same sluggish starter car. I would assume all the people still playing this are Gmod Racer veterans with maxed out cars. At the very least though, I was able to actually finish a race on this one.
That reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Everyone hated that game. I played, that was a game that I played the demo for as well, and I actually really enjoyed that. Yeah, I just remember playing demos because I had no money. I would spend so much time on the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts demo. Yeah, this game was so good though. Everyone hated this game though. They panned it because it's like, no, why did they make it about racing? Why did they make it about racing? This sucks. Yeah, I kind of forget what happens in it. I know like you could make cars and stuff like that, and I remember that JonTron did a review for it as well, and JonTron was just attacking the game. Is that Comic Sans? That is actually Comic Sans. That's crazy. Yeah, I think the joke was like they didn't release a game for like 20 years. So then when you start the game, he's like really out of shape and stuff, and then yeah, he starts to get a car and then he builds it and stuff like that. You still have it on the shelf behind you? I just like how it's all in Comic Sans. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had Gruntilda. Dude, the original Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, they're actually so goated, though. They're so, so good. Yeah, it's a really, really good game. Midlife Crisis Kazooie. Wait, I don't remember them being fat. That's probably a memory I suppressed. For fuck's sake. Okay. Actually just writes itself, doesn't it? But it was a good game. It was a good game, even though I only had access to the demo. I wonder if that's on Steam as well, actually. Is it on Steam? Is it not? Is it only on 360? Ah, it's only on Xbox. That sucks. They actually have a game. They released a game like nearly 20 years ago, and that's the only game. Why are we saying well? Why are we saying well? I didn't know. I don't remember that part in the game.
But driving in Source game.
Out of every mode in this
Driving
game,
has always been awful in Source games. The only game that has worse driving is like GTA 4.
I'm very glad that this one is still kicking and seemingly doing at least all right. When I was like 11 or 12, this was my mode, but I haven't touched it a single time since then. And that
You said they're out of shape? Yeah. I didn't mean like fat.
Finally made it to a live stream. Hope your night is going good.
Thank you, Anastasia, for the 10. Appreciate that. Thank you.
That's over a decade now. And yes, I admit, you got me. I am a zoomer. I can pretty confidently say that a good 80% of my time in Gmod, at the least, is in this mode. I was an addict. Now, because I was so young, I was absolutely
I love murder.
Dumb, annoying
or
little
TTT.
kid on all of these servers.
TTT was better. I think TTT was definitely better.
Disconnects back then weren't me leaving the servers, but getting banned from them because I would not stop stirring up shit. There were days back then where it would take me a good few minutes.
Sweden is an hour ahead of UK time? Yep.
It's in the server browser just to find a single one I wasn't banned on. To be honest, going into this video, I was worried that I'd still be banned from a few of these. It really wouldn't even surprise me. Irregardless of my banned status though, I'm ready to hop back into my favorite game mode from when I was a kid. It has been over a decade since I've played this. Let's see how things are going. The biggest indicator that I was showing up to a party that ended years ago was that across 900 servers, not a single person was playing on the Minecraft map, so I had to load it up myself. I've looked at this before, but that was for—
Oh my god, that was so goated. I loved that so. I loved playing TTT on this map, man. It was so good.
15 seconds, and I didn't get to properly reminisce. If you weren't around for it—
Wait. I just got a DM saying apparently I can have a cameo in the next Garten of Banban game. Oh my cinema! Oh my cinema! I saw your vid for Garten of Banban and saw you want to voice act in a future entry. If you were serious about wanting to, I could make that happen. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my, this is the best day of my life. Like, I could have a wife, I could watch her give birth to my child, but it would not come close to being able to voice act in Garten of Banban. I know that Jack Manifold voiced in it for a little bit, I think, as well.
Minecraft was blowing up big time right around the same—
We did it again. We did it again, guys. Pyro cells, we can't stop winning. We can't stop winning.
Same time TTT was, so there was a ton of—
I'm going to give, like, the most hunt down the Freeman. I'm going to give the most hunt down the Freeman performance.
Crossover back in the day. When I loaded into this and started looking around, all the neat little tricks on this map started flooding back to me. You could break the iron to reveal caves, you could use the diamond block to unlock a special chest, and it even had a working nether portal. If you fell into the lava, you were donezo. I don't think I could count how many times that's killed me. By far my favorite part of this one, though, was getting the gold block to activate the trader tester. When you had everyone on a server playing along, testing one by one, it was straight out of John Carpenter's The Thing. As I mentioned earlier, I was pure scum on these servers when I was a kid, so I would very frequently pull the kill switch even when people were innocent, and I would just try to play it off like it wasn't me. I thought I was really slick back then. Now I could go on and on about just this map, but honestly, I wanted to see how the actual mode was doing. So I swapped over to a few populated servers to see if I could find a proper match. The first one I joined was another Minecraft map with around 6 players on. Half of them were there, and half were AFK coming and going from the game. I've never really thought about how strange.
So just Gandalf. Look at his face. It's just a scan.
Servers like this are. Nobody here is actually playing the mode. There's no hunt for the traitors. Half the people aren't even here. It's just a death match within the first few seconds, and rounds are over just about as quick. It was just a kind of weird purgatory. A mindless session of TTT.
These look like bots, right? They don't even seem to be acting like people.
I figured I would have better luck actually
Great gameplay there.
Playing the mode in a server with some more people. So I hopped into one that was completely full. Despite the high player count, this one was playing the mode just about as well as the last server.
Great stuff.
Every round on this was an instant deathmatch and just complete chaos. I figured I would give things one more try on a server with an average player count. Not too many people, not too
Thank you, Elizzy, for the prime.
few. So I joined one final server. No matter how it went, I knew I would at least get some enjoyment out of it because I very distinctly remember this map. It was another one of the super popular ones that I played all the time back then. Classic Rats map. As for how things went, I mean, it was kind of okay. It wasn't as much of an instant deathmatch.
Oh, I love that map. I love that map.
Playing
That map was so good. Like the Toy Story thing.
the mode as intended. There were one or two people on voice chat, but they were just trading items the entire time I was here. It's entirely possible, and even likely, that my few experiences here were just bad timing, and that things are normally well and good on these servers. But in the time I spent playing this, it almost feels like a mode in a sort of limbo. You can probably find a decent match by joining some weird discords, or just by getting lucky, but it seems increasingly difficult to be able to just hop into an ongoing proper match of TTT. From what I experienced, it felt like the mode I have countless memories playing on as a kid seems to not really exist anymore. At least
Yeah,
as
that
it
map was so cool.
was. I should really count my blessings that it's still active at all, though, as we've seen multiple major game modes that have come and gone throughout this video. This could have just as easily been one of them. And to be fair, I didn't exactly have any plans to revisit this mode casually. I guess it just kind of stings that if I did want to do that, it might already be too late. With that, though, I think we're going to wrap things up.
Rat
From what
maps
I've
are always
seen here,
good.
Gmods still seems to be going pretty
Yeah,
strong.
it's goated.
If you're into RP stuff. If you want other modes, well, play them while they're still here. As for me, I'll check out Gmod again in another...
That was a really good video. I like that. Please check out his channel, guys, as well. Redline.